Hey there guys, and welcome to the QPR Career Mode. Welcome to the end of season number 1 of this series and the biggest episode of the series so far. And this isn't just like all drama, let's try and get people to stay watching. This is it. This is as big as it gets. This is as close to promotion or failure as it can physically get. You can see game number 1 is, I would argue, the biggest game of this entire season, of this entire series so far, and potentially one of the biggest games of the series, full stop. Regardless of however far this series goes and how many matches we play and whatever divisions we get into and tournaments, this series could be hanging by a thread based on game number 1. QPR versus Burnley, first versus second, one of 2 fixtures left in this season. And it is as close as it gets for promotion. We are sat atop the championship table with 91 points. Second place Burnley with 90. Third place Norwich with 88. Any of the 3 of us could go up. If we beat Burnley today, Norwich go into second. If we draw with Burnley today, Norwich could go into second or first. If we lose, we could drop to third. It really is that crazy close at the top of the table here. In our first game, as I said, we are up against Burnley. I believe that I think it's Norwich have got their game the next day. I don't think they play on the day that we're playing currently. I am going to just fact check that though to see that that is the case potentially. I have gone into the wrong month, haven't I? Incredible behaviour from me. I'm fairly certain, yeah, they play the day after. So not only do we have the stresses of having to play against Burnley now, we won't find out how Norwich do until a couple of days later. It literally, so much of this hangs in the balance right now. It is mental. But we're going to start off the episode with this first fixture. We do then have a match. I think it's against Sunderland is the final game of the series. It is. So the final game of season number 1 is up against Sunderland, who are currently sat in, I think it's 11th? Yeah, 11th. So it hangs in the balance, boys. Biggest episode of this series by far. And I will see you at game number 1. And I'm bricking it. You guys might remember in the last episode, or if you watched the last episode, that we did leave a little bit of rotation to try and allow for us to play a good, strong squad for this Burnley game. And we have a full strength 11 and bench. Paul Smith is ever so slightly tired on the bench, the tiniest amount. He stays. His stamina is good enough that he can stay. And then we have a week between this fixture and the game against Sunderland. So my hope is this will be the starting 11 for both of our final 2 games. And we just have to make sure we don't fumble in the absolute drama that is this last couple of games. I'm absolutely bricking it. I really, really am. And it's just a game, Tom. It's just a QPR career mode. Chill yourself out. I love this. I love it. I love doing the career mode. I really enjoy it. I'm really passionate about doing it every single year. And this year is no different. And the support has been awesome. And thank you so much if you guys have been watching and enjoying this series. But let's see if we can leave today with promotion. Would be amazing. The championship title would absolutely be the icing on the cherry on the cake. It would just be... Wait, icing on the cherry? Put the icing on first. Regardless, here we go. I've ruined all pre-match talks because I'm absolutely bricking it, boys. Let's go for it. QPR v Burnley. The winner could very easily be the winner of the championship. Let's find out who that is. Come on, you R's. Oh, good tackle high at the pitch here for Burnley. Kenneth Powell losing out. We've got to try and stop the shot, but also don't really want to allow for an easy pass to allow for an easier shot. Good work there in the end from Powell and Cook. Just good pressure, pushing them all the way back, but they do recycle it quite nicely inside here. Oh, Powell been absolutely sent to the shops. Cook gets in the way. Good block from El Capitano, gets in the way of that one, and it is going to go out for a corner. So the danger's not just done yet. We've got to make sure we do get rid of this cross as it comes in. Samfield, the man to try and lock onto it. It drops to Kenneth Powell. I was trying to get rid of it. I asked for the header clear from Sam Field, but instead it sort of dropped to Powell, and he didn't really get rid of it. As you can see, he then, I think it was Dembele then that sort of got plummeted over. But let's just see if we can stop this one again. They're going to play this one short, something a little bit different from the corner. Good tackle here from Karamoko Dembele. And we're going to try and bring this ball forward now. Ball through. We get the ball to Ilias. Ilias, look at that run from Sella. I maybe should have chipped it. But good pressure in the end here from Burnley so far. We've got to just make sure we try and ease ourselves into this one. Oh, good bit of play again here from Burnley down our left-hand side. Well stepped in from Clark Salter. He had a bit of a dodgy episode in the last one. We need to try and see if he can step up and improve a little bit here today. Be very important for him to do so. Koki Sato inside here. Zansella loses out. Good tackle from the defence. Dodgy first touch, but we're still yet to register an effort on goal. Burnley moving the ball really nicely here in the middle of the park. Just got the ball to Brownhill. I've tried to sort of step in with Madsen, but I was nowhere near him, and he's been sort of shrugged off a little bit there. Good work from Brownhill in the end. Well done, Kenneth Powell. Gets back there, wins it. That's really stupid and risky from me. Sam Field, thank you, mate. I just need to sort myself out here. I'm trying to get some possession because I'm not getting too much of it. So when I get the ball, I want to try and do something with it. And Burnley have done something with theirs. It is going to be the opening goal here for Benson. 28 minutes in. And Burnley do take the lead. I tried too much to be too careful to not give the ball away and try and really focus on possession, and ended up leading to giving the ball away in a really, really stupid place. It's 1-0 to Burnley. They do take the lead, and as things stand right now, they will sit atop the championship tree. And we give ourselves a lot of work to do here. A lot of work to do. A loss is absolutely, obviously, the worst case scenario. We can't allow that to happen, boys. Come on. Chair over the top here. Dembele brings it down nicely. Good control there from Dembele. Can he get it in there? No. Good tackle in the end, it has to be said, from the Burnley left back. Really, really good stop. Portillo, I think his name is. Really good stop. Oh dear, this is a really good bit of play again from Burnley. I've brought Nardi out a little bit. He's done well to stop the first. He can't do anything about the second. Burnley double their lead before the break, and it is falling apart here, boys. It is not looking good. I'm just struggling to get the ball and actually create anything. That chance with Dembele running in is the nearest to anything we've got. A sort of half chance with a bit of a turn with Cello. He didn't even, the half chance wasn't even a chance. We didn't shoot. But a really good stop from Nardi. It's a decent height for him to save the first one. Couldn't quite dive out there in time to get the second, and I couldn't slide quick enough to get the block with Clark Salter. But Burnley are absolutely looking good for it right now. And as things stand, we are falling to second place, potentially even third. Sato absolutely wiped out here. We do get an advantage, and we're going to try and make the most of it. Kenneth Powell going to let it back here to Sella. Sella finds not Chair at the edge of the box. He finds Heverton Santos. Not who I was looking for. Not really who I wanted to shoot with. Good tackle from Sam Field in the middle of the park. It's really not looking good for us here at all, boys. They have been very dominant, Burnley, as you guys would have told or been able to tell, really, by the replays and what you guys would have seen. And yet again, we give the ball away silly. I was just hoping, play it down the line. Ref probably calls it for half time. He does eventually anyway, but we've given ourselves a lot of work to do and a relative mountain to climb here. It is not looking fantastic for us at all. Drastic times, I think, call for drastic measures. We are going to have to do something pretty drastic here. I said we need to do something drastic, and this is that drastic measure I'm taking here. We're going to a 3-5-2. We're bringing a Marty on for Kenneth Powell. Sato stays on the left, then Bele stays on the right. Varane on for Sam Field. Chair at Cam, and then Frey on for Heverton Santos. I've just got to go all out. At this point, it's either lose 4-0 and just concede to the fact that we're not going to be beating Burnley today, or throw the book at them, throw everything at them, and just try and come away with something here. I've never played a 3 at the back in FC25. It's risks, but I think those rewards outweigh the potential risks here. We've got to try something, and I'm trying something. Come on, you Oz. Quick throw in here. Dembele takes it, throws it to Chair. Chair tries to turn and find Varane, but we do lose out here. You can hear the crowd, though, well up for it. The crowd are jeering us on there. Ball here with Chair. Chair lays it off here to Sato. Sato. Oh, I've tried to set away Frey, but instead we found Sella, and Zansella gets us the first one back 51 minutes in, just after the half-time break, and we do get that first goal back. And boy, oh boy, is that a great time to get one back. Oh, that's what we needed. I won't lie to you. As I said, I tried to play it through to Frey, but I'm really glad that Sato ignored me, took initiative into his own hands and just played it straight through to Sella. League top goal scorer, and you can see why. Gets us straight back into it, pulls us straight into contention here. Really good goal from the main man up top. Lovely, lovely stuff. We've got work to do, though. It is not done just yet. 2-1. Come on. Oh, good ball through. Good save from Nardi. It would have been awful to concede just after getting one of our own goals back. Really good tackle there, by the way, from Tressor. Would have been awful timing there to concede just after I was saying how good a time it was for us to score when we did. Really good stuff in the end from Nardi. Yet again to save us. He really does have a habit of doing that. Dembele couldn't quite get through. Tressor tracked back really well there, it has to be said. Ball through the middle here. Good job there from Clark Salter. What a Nardi as well. Coming out to it nice and quickly and helping us just keep attacking. Oh, good ball through again here from Burnley. Obviously, they're going to make extra chances when they get the chance because I've turned it to a more attacking formation. And it hasn't quite worked out as we'd expected. It's 3-1 now to Burnley. They do get that 2-goal lead restored. Again, I feel like this was it was going to go one of two ways. We were going to get ourselves back into it by just sheer attack. Or it was going to be that it would be very end-to-end, which is what it's been. It's been pretty cagey and lots of us trying to work it down their wing, them trying to work it down ours. And they've managed to get their 2-goal lead restored. Their striker makes it 3-1. Disappointing, but it kind of is what it is. Then Dembele off, by the way, for Paul Smith. Just fresh legs, kind of needed. But we give ourselves not much time to try and get ourselves the 2 goals to get it level again. Paul Smith inside to chair here. Oh, no, lose out. It's a shame. Got to stop this one here. Again, Steve Cook and Amati trying to close him down. Amati fouling on the edge of the box. Not given from the ref, though. Masengo shoots. Nardi saves. Seller waiting for the run here from Paul Smith. It's a lovely run from Smith. Smith going to cut it back to Frey. I've hit it first time. I maybe should have taken a touch. It's a good block from the defender, but we do have someone in the box now. And also, it's annoying that Frey isn't the man on there. I did actually change it for him to be the man to aim in the middle, but apparently it didn't save. Steve Cook bursting forward here. Lovely run from Cook as he's going to try and play it through to Seller. Seller, it's a not a great tackle in my eyes. I don't know that anyone else is getting back there. It probably doesn't really make a difference if somebody got sent off, but I feel like that could have been a red. Maybe that's me just hoping and praying a bit too much here. But what we're going to do is we're going to have Frey run over the ball. This is the oddest free kick I've ever seen in my life. Why Mitchy Frey would be over there and then running over it, I'm not entirely sure. But Frey finds Chair. Oh, it does go in. It's too little too late, though. We can grab the... Okay, apparently we can't grab the ball. We'll skip the replays. I don't see us getting any more time. It's a real shame, boys. It's so disappointing. 3-2. We made it close, but that could be a humongous loss. That could be awful. That really could be bad. Well, the damage is dealt. We are in second place. Norwich haven't played their game yet. Their goal difference is quite a bit worse than ours. So there is a chance that goal difference does come into effect here. They do play now, though. They're about to play on the day that we're currently on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skip a day and we'll see how their game went. Well, as you can see, Norwich won their game, which means we are level on points and are currently just ahead of Norwich on goal difference. That is the only reason we are currently in second place. They have got Cardiff up next, who are currently in 11th. We have Sunderland, who are currently in 10th. So it is second against 10th, third against 11th, and we physically cannot afford to lose this because all it takes is for Norwich to outdo our score or result in any way, and we finish in third, and we have to battle it out in the playoffs. And I'd much rather not do that. I'll keep it entirely real and honest with you. I'd much rather not do that. So it's a matter of this is a must win. So here it is, the new biggest game of this entire series. It really, really would have been humongous for us to have beat Burnley because a win against Burnley would have actually meant we physically couldn't avoid, not go up. We physically would have been guaranteed automatic promotion because Burnley and Norwich would have both dropped points. But now it's immediately all back in our hands again, and it is immediately full pressure to get something from this game. We're going again with the strongest 11. I do think that is the smartest play. It is our strongest squad. We're sticking with the 4-4-1-1, or the 4, I guess it's more of a 4-2-3-1. And I believe in this team. I believe that this squad can do it. I know that we've got the goal scorers. I know we've got the creative players. And I know that we have got the solidity at the back as well. We've just got to prove it. We've got to do it in this game. We really do. We've got to take the game to Sunderland. We've really, really got to play like the home team here. We cannot let Sunderland be the dominant team in this. We cannot afford to not win. So let's win. Come on, you Ars. Ball here with Madsen. Madsen going to find a lovely ball out wide there to Dembele. He's going to try and do the same thing to Salah, but it's not a great pass, is it? Oh, lovely tackle there from Steve Cook. Nice and high at the pitch as well. He really came out of the defence to try and win that one, and he did so really, really well. And now Heverton Santos. Lovely ball here to Dembele. Dembele going to get it back to Santos, who's going to play it again back to Dembele. Just about keeps that one alive. Dodges the slide tackle, as does Ilias Chair. Takes it past one, takes it past a second, takes the strike just wide of the post. Good effort from Ilias, but he couldn't quite convert it. That would have been a phenomenal way to start this game. Oh, it's just wide. It's not a bad effort. Good tackle there from Madsen. Again, high up the pitch. We're winning the ball in good spots here to give us a chance to really build every time we win it. And now we get the ball here to Sam Field. Sam Field just trying to burst through. Maybe not the quickest, so he's going to have to look to someone a bit quicker. And he does and finds Dembele. We don't quite get the cross in, but we do get a chance to cross it in here with a corner, that Kenneth Powell can take. Kenneth Powell. Decent area. Oh, he doesn't quite beat the defender. I think it's going to be another... No, it's a goal kick. Apparently, he did beat the defender, but he didn't find the target. Oh, Kenneth Powell losing out in a pretty bad spot here. Gives Sunderland a chance to try and push forward. And I pushed Steve Cook really out of position. He gets a little touch, but it's not enough to keep it. And it's going to fall back into the hands, or the feet, I should say, of Sunderland. But they lose pass. We get a chance to bring it forward again. Sella going to play a lovely ball over the top here for Dembele. Good first touch is needed, and it is found. Lovely ball over the top again. Zancella, the man we need in front of goal. And boy, is he there. And that could be the biggest goal he scores in this entire career mode. In the last episode, we talked about how important it was for him to get back into goal-scoring ways in the final run of the season here, and that is an absolutely enormous goal. What a beautiful first touch, a deft touch just to bring it down, and then plays a lovely strike across the keeper, finds the back of the net and puts us in the lead at a pretty good spot in the game as well. We've been playing some decent football. We've kept Sunderland to very minimal chances. I wasn't sure how this game was going to pan out, but I'm really glad the first 30 or so minutes see us 1 goal to the good. Zancella with his, I think, 29th goal of the season, and that is his 30th. 30 goals this season for Sella. Not entirely sure he's going to hit those heights this season, but I'd love for him to get a couple. Just get that 0 gone, and I think he'll get a couple of goals to see us through. What a goal that is, boys. Come on, you Ars. Lovely ball through as Steve Cook is out of position. High up the pitch. He lost the ball. Good chance. Phenomenal save from Paul Nardi. It's not the first time we've said it today, let alone in this season. He really has been such a huge part of this potential promotion party. Without him, we wouldn't be in this spot to even consider promotion. But boy, oh boy, has he kept us in it. Heverton Santos now finds Sella. Sella tries to let it back to Chair, but it's a good tackle, block, whatever you want to call it, from the defender. Boys, this has been a very, very good one. This has been tough. Oh, it's 1-0 at half-time. We need something to just see us through for this second half. I am going to take off Cook. He is tired, he's slow, and he's on a yellow card. I'm then going to take Amati off just so that it's Chair that is the captain. But Amati on. Do I want to take Dembele off? I think so. I think those are the only changes. Sato here with a chance. Plays it into Sella. Sella, I was really hoping Sato would make a bit more of a central run, a cut inside, but he didn't. But he's got the ball now after a lovely pass there from Samfield. Not enough power on that one. It's going to fall into the hands of, again, the feet of Sunderland. Oh, a lovely block there from Chair. Doesn't quite do enough to win it fully, though. It is going to fall back to Sunderland. And it's a chance for them to maybe bring it forward here, actually. Got to be careful. They do rotate it around really nicely, but he is offside here. It's unfortunate for Sunderland, but really good for us. Number 7. Joe Bellingham didn't start. That's mental. Mundell's a great little player, but it's mental that Bellingham didn't start. Kenneth Powell bringing the ball forward, but we are just going to turn and take our time here. I'm in no immediate rush to make sure that every single thing that I do is attack and bring the ball forward. I'm not going to pass it around the back, but I'm just going to take my time. Oh, that's awful. I thought Powell was going to continue that run. I'm just going to take my time in building these attacks, just really focus on possession and try and make sure we find those little pockets of mistakes from Southampton, Sunderland, or those little pockets of areas that appear just with us allowing a little bit of time on the ball. That's sort of the plan here. But I say that we're currently out of possession. I've got a few changes lined up as well because we've got a few tired legs out there. And the ref is going to... Okay, the ref's going to call for that offside, even though we had advantage. Either way, changes that I mentioned, Frey, Varane and Thomas on, all for Sella, for Madsen and for Heverton Santos. All are just stamina and just sort of fresh legs on there to help us see this one out. Frey, obviously a big target man to get that ball into if we get a crossing opportunity. That is not what I wanted. Well done, Power, winning that interception there. But yeah, just a little something different just to hopefully see us through. Tom, stop giving the bloody ball away. Oh, good ball through here. Bart on the ball. Got to be careful not to give anything away. Always an open man at the back. Thomas, thankfully, didn't have to get in the way of it. Could have been problematic. I've just seen it flashed up in the top corner to say the Norwich score, and I didn't see it. I didn't see what the Norwich score was. You guys will have the luxury of being able to pause it and go back and see what the score was. I missed it. And I don't have that luxury unless I stop the recording, which I'm not going to do. But we've got a couple of minutes here. I won't lie to you. We are just going to be sensible. We're going to keep this ball. We're going to just keep it as far away from our goal as possible. If I get the chance to cross it in, time dependent for Frey to try and get something, then I might. But Kenneth Powell keeps it alive. Finds Sato. Sato this time. Going to bring it into the corner. Just going to take our time. Let's get that ball in the box. Aims for Paul Smith. Tries the acrobatic. Misses it, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Sirkin on the ball. Surely referee. Oh, boys. It is done. It is confirmed. We secure our place in the Premier League next season. Provided Norwich didn't go and win about 18-0. That should be all she wrote. It should be confirmed that we are a Premier League side next year. Let's just get that confirmation. They did win 2-1, so it's important that we got the 3 points. But that should mean we finished in second place and secured promotion, surely. Boys, it is done. We did it. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't the best way we could have done it, but we did it. Realistically, it's a massive overachievement. Look at where we are in real life. This is a massive overachievement, but we've done it. We got there in the end. Talking of close calls, by the way, Luton finishing in 6th, while Coventry also had 75 points, but a much better goal difference from Luton. Just to confirm, the team's going down as well, because that was all down to the final day between Portsmouth and Millwall, and Portsmouth did it. Portsmouth got themselves 3 points there. They beat Hull 2-1, and Millwall lost to, obviously, the league winners in the end, Burnley. But the teams going down are Oxford United in 24th, Sheffield Wednesday in 23rd, and Millwall in 22nd. But we do see ourselves into the Premier League, finishing in second place. We didn't win the league, but we did enough to play in the Prem next season. And at the end of the day, that is what matters to me. So for points of interest, we get £8.4 million in prize money there. Obviously, that doesn't come to our finances. That just is informing us what the club has been given as additional funds. Dembele's loan is expiring, so he is going to go back to Brest. But obviously, in real life, we have now confirmed that that is a permanent transfer. The issue I have got, ladies and gentlemen, Karamoko Dembele, to give you a slight insider, is going to cost us 4.5 mil, which, by the way, is triple what we paid for him, pretty much. Next season, I would absolutely love to get him in again. I'd love to be able to purchase him. He's going to cost us a lot of money. We're going to see how much that's going to cost us, of course. We will work that one out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this season and we'll see what the start of next season looks like. We'll get the next season started now. Also very interesting, this just saw it come through. Most QPR fans didn't see this coming, but Hursty managed to steer the ship away from danger and bring back some smiles on their faces to show that it was looking likely that we were a team to go down and we've secured Premier League football next year. You'll have to see it. Just to show you guys very quickly, we are going to sign a couple of youth players here. Gabriel Chadwick is going to be signed up, as is, I think it was, who was it? Theodore Irving. What a British name, fella. But yeah, sadly, I don't think anyone else really quite cuts it. I mean, to be fair, Tommy Hills, his starting value is not great, so that means he's probably not a very high value. I was going to say up to 70 would have been phenomenal, but yeah, I think we might call that one there. Stanley North, decent. Actually, I might sign him up just because he's got a decent starting rating. We can maybe look to sell him pretty quick. But yeah, that's the end of that little scout. Well, there it is. A season well seasoned. We get ourselves second in the championship table. Not quite the first place that we were oh so close to being able to secure, but I will still take promotion. Absolutely massive. Just seeing, by the way, that PSG won the Champions League there. I don't know if you guys noticed that one. The final was between them and Arsenal, who were also in the FA Cup final, and they won against Man City, but I don't know who won the Premier League. That I don't know. But we do also get into the 6th round of the FA Cup, into the 3rd round of the League Cup, and we were knocked out in the group stage of our preseason, but I think that's just standard. Anyway, season number 1 done and dusted. Let's start season number 2. Well, here we are in the Premier League, and things are looking mighty gosh darn fine. Let's see what our board objectives are initially. That's the first thing that I am curious of. Domestic success, critical. Avoid relegation. Fair, we'll give that a go. Round of 16 in the Cup. Sure. Finish mid-table within 2 seasons. They want me to avoid relegation and then achieve mid-table. Sure, that's fine. No continental, even though it's critical. Sure, I feel like it's really not critical. Youth development. Within 2 seasons, have at least 1 player from the youth academy signed in the first season and play at least 50% of the games the next season. So we need to find a good youth player this season and then get them into a bunch of games next season. Sure, we'll give it a go. Brand exposure to North American players. Okay, North American, less than ideal if I'm being entirely honest with you. And the finances make 6.8 million profit from youth players within 2 seasons as well. So really youth development heavy, actually. That has got to be achieved, even though it says low. We could really do with that being achieved, because we need some players that are going to get us some cashola. But let's have a little gander real quick at the squad. I'm going to just do a little squad hub look here, and we're going to work out who is potentially ins and outs. Actually, maybe more sensible before we look at that, the ins and outs here. Let's see what money we've got. 45 million. Wow. Okay. 45 million to work with. Let's have a quick workout as well to see who's been relegated here. That would be pretty helpful for us to try and work out. I probably could just go and look at the league table and we'd be able to work it out easier. But I like the challenge to see if we can work it out regardless. Luton, by the way, the team that got promoted, so the team that finished in 6th, actually were the team that went up. Wow, fair play to them. So, relegated teams. What are we looking at here? Leicester is still up, as are Southampton. Oh God, who else went up last season? I can't even think. I might have to cheat. I actually might have to cheat. I might have to have a look at the championship. Hold on. So we're cheating. We're having a look. Bournemouth. You know what? I didn't even clock that Bournemouth were missing. That's outrageous of me. Bournemouth got themselves relegated. Ipswich went down, as did Nottingham Forest. Well, how crazy far from the truth is that? Right now, that's mental. But one thing I quite like to do is have a little look at the relegated teams and see if there's any players that you think, you know what, they shouldn't be in the championship. In fact, they wouldn't be in the championship. Let's save them and bring them back to the Prem. So we'll have a look at those in a second. But first, I'm going to go through and just probably get rid or list a bunch of players in our current squad. Plus, we have got to have a little gander at who's running out of contracts, because there's a few. So I'm not going to look to sign anyone today, but what I am going to do is I'm going to just go through who we are going to look to sell. So I think it's time that Solomon does probably leave. I don't think he's going to be playing for us anytime soon. I'm going to send out... who am I going to send out on loan? Let's send out Cooper. Although I feel like Joe Walsh is a real good little player as well. We're going to send out Walsh this time. We're going to loan out Walsh. We'll keep Cooper as our backup, and then we'll have Nardi at the moment as our number 1. Realistically, if we're being entirely honest, we need a higher rated goalkeeper. That's me being entirely honest. That's me being an honest man. Boy, oh boy, was he amazing for us last season. It would make sense for us, though, to bring in somebody who's maybe slightly higher rated. But that is something that I will let you guys work out and help me decide in the comments. So do comment down below. Left backs, I'm happy with both these guys. Good rotation. Larketch, I'm going to loan him out again. I do like Larketch a lot, and I really wish we had him in the club right now because of the injured Kenneth Powell, and I think we should recall him. I'll keep it real with you. I'll say it. I think we should recall him. But Larketch, I'll send him out on loan in this because he needs time. Garner, same thing. Go loan him out. Steve Cook, I'm not going to transfer list him, but it's time for... Actually, I'm going to transfer list him. Steve, mate, It's time to go, fella. I'll keep it real with you. It's time to go. Morgan Fox, see you later. Marty, for now, I'm going to keep in. I think it makes sense to just keep him here. Bit of rotation. Liam Morrison, get your loan list in, my dude. Go get some game time, my friend. Heverton Santos, keep him. No issue. No reason to get rid. Field and Madsen, I'm going to keep them both here. I'm going to loan out Jonathan Varane. My reason being, I think it would be pretty big for us to sign a new DM. And I think he then drops to 4th choice midfielder. And it would be silly, in all honesty, for us to keep him just rotting away, not playing. So we're going to loan him out. I think it makes the most sense. Knowles, I'm also going to loan him out. Same with Ezra White. Koki Sato is a starter. He's staying here. Dixon Bonner, he's staying. He's going to be our rotation midfielder. He's going to be our number 4 in that midfield option. I am going to loan out Sarpreet Singh and look to bring in another creative option. I think him going loaned out as well would actually get his potential up a little bit because he's got potential to be special, but we didn't really see that in his rating changes much. We're going to transfer list Taylor Richards. I think it makes the most sense, but I'm going to sort out his contract first so that we can get some actual cash for him rather than going for pennies. Paul Smith, I'm going to keep him here as a bit of rotation. He's really good off the bench for us. Daniel Benny, loan listed. Hassan, loan listed. Frey, boy oh boy, has this man given us some memories in this career mode. He has been nothing but unreal for us. But I've got to put my real life love for a player aside, and I've got to transfer list him. I think it makes the most sense. He's 30. He's got about 6 pace. And makes sense for us to do. Seller, going nowhere. Top goal scorer. Scored 30 goals last year. What a player. Kelman, I think it's time for Kelman to go. I think it's time for us to sell him. So that's what we're going to do. Add him to the transfer list. Lloyd, keeping him out on loan. Obviously, he's on loan for 2 seasons, I believe. So it makes sense for him to go there. Ryan Coley, I'm going to loan him out again because I want him to keep improving, keep getting better. And I'm hoping at some point this season, we see that he's gone up a good chunk and we go, you know what? Bring him back. Get him on the bench, get him some minutes. But I think that makes the most sense with what we've done there with everyone. Again, I will sort the contracts out because we do have a good plethora of players that need signing new contracts. So we've got Nardi, Jake Clark-Salter, Richards that I can sell him. Probably the same with Kelman, Larketch, Paul Smith, and Cooper. So good 7-8 players there to sort the contract out for. So we will do that, and that will be in the next episode that we probably will finalize that, or I might get them done either on episode or I'll work it out. But let me know in the comments down below any players that you think could be options for us. Realistically, we need to bring in, looking at the squad, we need to bring in another new starting centre-back. This is a centre-back to start, though. This would be somebody that is going to get minutes from the get-go and be in the team as a starting centre-back, with Cook leaving, Dunn / Amati being the new rotation. In all honesty, like I said, I think we need a new sort of marquee holding midfielder, somebody that's either creative like a Madsen or a Varane, or somebody that is just going to be a shield like Sam Field. Happy either way. Obviously, Karamoko Dembele, do we sign him back? Do we leave it as it is? Let me know your thoughts again in the comments down below. Another backup, like creative midfielder with Singh going out on loan, players like Coley going out on loan. And it would just be nice, I think, to have somebody else that can come in and maybe just take the pressure off chair every now and again. And either a backup striker to Zancella or a starting striker. And then we've got to work out the goalkeeper situation. Do we start with Nardi and do we address the goalkeeper situation come January if it's a problem? Or do we just go, look, Nardi, we love you. You've been insane for us, but it's time to bring somebody else in. All of those, answer every single one in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for watching season number 1 of this series. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, do leave a like on the video. It supports me, the video, the channel, and the series out a whole bunch. If you're new, hit the sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. Make sure as well you check out the links down below, the pillar link and the links to all of our social medias, all of our channel sponsors, anyone who supports all of that stuff. It really does help me more than you can imagine. So thank you so much. But for now, guys, thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you very soon. Look after yourselves. And of course, wash your hands. Take care. And come on, you Rs.